Now today we are probably in my favorite city south of Minneapolis. From Asia Mall to virtual reality, this city has no shortage of things to do. We are in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Now if you're looking for a city that has it all, and you want to be in the third best school district in all of Minnesota, well, you don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? BrandonArchie here, aka your favorite Minnesota realtor. And today we are in my favorite city south of Minneapolis, and that is Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And make sure you stay to the end of the video for my realtor ranking. But first, before we get started, as always, if you are thinking about moving to Minnesota, whether it be now or next year, then shoot me an email at brandon@archiehomesgroup.com so that we can schedule a meeting to talk about what it is you're looking for and put together a plan to make your move as smooth as possible. And if you do end up finding this video helpful, then make sure to hit that like button for me, and also please consider subscribing. Now, let's get started. All right, so let's kick this off with some quick stats. Now, Eden Prairie is a suburb located in the southwest quarter of the Twin Cities, right off of Highway 494 and 212. Now, Eden Prairie is also 25 minutes away from downtown Minneapolis and 20 minutes to the airport. Now, the population of Eden Prairie is also just a little under 64,000, making it the 16th largest city in all of the Twin Cities. And as for demographics goes, 65% of Eden Prairie's residents have a bachelor's degree or higher, and the median household income is $129,000. Also, 73% of the residents in Eden Prairie own homes. Okay, so now that we got all the basic stats out of the way, let's talk about some of the reasons why I personally like Eden Prairie. Now, one of the biggest draws of Eden Prairie has to hands down be Eden Prairie Center, which is another regional mall in the Twin Cities area. Now, Eden Prairie Center has 90+ stores, including anchor stores like Target, Scheels, and Barnes & Noble. Now, inside the mall, you also have a movie theater, a food court, and one of my personal favorites, Sandbox Virtual Reality. Now, if you haven't heard of Sandbox Reality, they basically have two locations, one in Eden Prairie Center and one in Roseville, and they do virtual reality gaming. And they have all kinds of games from killing zombies to even playing Squid Games. Now, this is a very good night out if you have a small group of friends that you want to go play with. Now, these games are super real, and I mean a lot. And I highly would suggest wearing athletic gear because you will get super sweaty. Now, Eden Prairie Center isn't the only place where things are here, though. Flying Cloud Drive is the street where mostly everything is in Eden Prairie, including the mall. Now, there are a bunch of other stores and restaurants that you can go to, including your big box stores like Walmart, Best Buy, and Costco. Now, this is an area in general where you're pretty much going to find everything that you would need in Eden Prairie. In fact, Eden Prairie Center isn't even Eden Prairie's only mall. Now, what's the second mall, you ask? Asia Mall. Now, Asia Mall is a 116,000 square foot two-story plaza with an Asian grocery store as its anchor on the first floor. And let me tell you, they have everything. Now, if you like authentic Asian food, then this is the place that you want to be, especially for the snacks. Now, they have bags of Lay's potato chips that I've not only never seen before, but at first glance, the flavor would leave you wondering, what the heck is this? Until you taste it, that is. Now, my favorite is the hot chili squid. Now, they have Pocky sticks, red bean buns, and everything in between. But if you ask me why I really go there, the ramen. Now, Asia Mall has like 4 whole aisles dedicated to just different kinds of ramen. And of course, you know I have to go with the Naruto ramen. Basically, if you're a fan of authentic Asian cuisine and you want to try your hand at making it yourself at home, then Asia Mall is where you need to be shopping, because 75% of the things in this store, I honestly have no clue what they are. But I know they're good. Now, you may have thought that the grocery store was it, but Asia Mall also has a few different restaurants as well. But in my humble opinion, none of them are better than Hot Pot City up on the second floor. Now, for those of you that don't know what hot pot is basically a style of eating that originated in China, where there is a large pot in the middle of the table that heats up. You use this pot to cook your own food right at the table. Now, Hot Pot City is such a unique experience because once you walk in, it really feels like you're in another country. Now, the way that it works is that you start off by picking 2 types of broth that you want. Now, this is what you'll be using to cook your food in. Then they give you a menu with everything they have to offer, such as variety of different meats, vegetables, and even noodles. And this is a very big menu. Now, once you pick your items and you're waiting for them to come, you can walk over to the salad bar where you can get even more veggies to choose from. They also have a spot that's full of different sauces and spices that you'll use to season your food. And the food that you ordered is delivered by singing cat robots also. But the best thing about Hot Pot City is that it's a buffet, so you can literally eat as much as you want. Now this is definitely a place that I frequent. And last but not least in Asia Mall are the mochi donuts, which is an Asian style donut that has a much doughier texture than the regular donuts. Now, I've already spent enough time talking about Asia Mall, but if there is only one thing that you could get here and you had to only choose one, go for the mochi donuts. And I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so back to Eden Prairie. Now, just like a lot of other cities in the Twin Cities, Eden Prairie has plenty of outdoor activities. Eden Prairie has about 1,000 acres of parks and more than 225 miles of trails. Now, you'll also find things like archery ranges, skating rinks, frisbee golf courses, and more. Now, if you've watched some of my other videos, then you have probably heard me mention the Three Rivers Park District, which is a board that manages all of the parks in the Twin Cities that are in it. Now, Eden Prairie happens to have two of those parks, which are Anderson Lakes and Bryant Lakes. Now, as you can probably tell by the name, both of them are on lakes and you can add swimming and paddling to the list of things to do as well. Now, Eden Prairie is pretty car dependent for the most part, but unlike Maple Grove, there are a lot of public transportation options here. You have Southwest Transit, which offers buses, shuttle services, and on-demand ride sharing, as well as the light rail extension that will also be coming to Eden Prairie within the coming years that will transport people from Eden Prairie to downtown Minneapolis and the rest of the Twin Cities. Now, you probably are aware at this point that Eden Prairie is a very well-rounded city, and quite possibly one of the best well-rounded cities in the Twin Cities. But just as big of a reason why people move to Eden Prairie is the school district. Now, Eden Prairie School District is ranked the #3 school district in all of Minnesota, only behind Minnetonka and Wayzata. Now, Eden Prairie schools get an A+ on niche.com and rank at least an A in every single category except for teachers, which they rank a B+. And just for reference, niche.com ranks schools in 6 different categories, which are academics, teachers, clubs and activities, diversity, college prep, and administration. Now, while the school district itself is ranked 3rd, the high school itself is actually ranked #2 in the state. So regardless of what age your kids are in, this school district is going to be one of the great ones. All right, so now we've talked about the stats, things to do, transportation, and school district, and now we get to my favorite part of the video, the real estate. All right, so the median sales price in Eden Prairie for 2024 was $465,000 across all home types, which is about $85,000 higher than the Twin Cities as a whole. And when I say all home types, I'm talking single family homes, townhomes, condos, etc. Now, to give you a little bit of a comparison to other cities in the Twin Cities, the median sales price in Plymouth was $500,000 across all home types, and Maple Grove was only $404,000. But one thing to take note of is that all of these numbers are a little deceiving because they take into account all home types. Now, if you are only looking for single family homes, then that's where affordability in Eden Prairie jumps. The median sales price for single family homes in Eden Prairie was $615,000, which was only $2,000 behind Plymouth at $617,000. In Maple Grove, $483,000. So as you can see, whether Eden Prairie is affordable or not depends on what type of home you're looking for. Basically a single family home or a townhome. And just to give you an idea of what a townhome would look like, the median sales price in Eden Prairie for those was $315,000. Now, this isn't to say at all that homes in Eden Prairie are all $600,000 and above, because that's just not the case. Now, you can definitely find homes in the 1,800 to 2,500 square foot range in the low 400s. But if you're looking for something bigger than 2,500 square feet, then your budget will have to be a little bit more, probably more likely to start at $500,000. Now, Eden Prairie has a wide variety of homes from $180,000 condos all the way up to the most expensive home in Eden Prairie that's currently on the market at $6 million. In fact, Eden Prairie actually has 2 different gated communities, one of them being Bear Path and the other one being the Enclave. Now, I've actually been inside Bear Path before and it's pretty incredible. Now, Bear Path is a resort-style living community and all of the homes are custom built, and they have a private members-only golf course called Bear Path. Now, Bear Path has 24-hour security at the front gate and they don't just let anyone in. You actually have to show them why you're there in order to be let in. Okay, so after learning all of this information, let's give Eden Prairie my Realtor ranking. All right, so Eden Prairie is obviously a very well-rounded city in the Twin Cities. You have everything you need right there in Eden Prairie Center, one of the top school districts in the Twin Cities, as well as public transportation options that you may not find in other cities. And while you have plenty of options as far as homes go, depending on the home type and size of the home you're looking for, Eden Prairie may not be the most affordable option for a lot of people. But be that as it may, my Realtor ranking for Eden Prairie is a 9 out of 10. Now, prior to this video, the highest Realtor ranking that I've given out was actually for Plymouth, which I gave an 8.5. And there were a few reasons why I ranked Eden Prairie higher. The first one being that literally everything that you would ever need is right there in Eden Prairie Center, whether it be shopping, things to do, or restaurants. You really don't have to leave the city for anything at all. They have more public transportation available as well for anybody that may not have a vehicle. There's more variety in types of homes in Eden Prairie, which makes the entry-level price point a lot more affordable than Plymouth. And lastly, although Plymouth technically has the #1 ranked school district, I actually prefer Eden Prairie schools because they ranked slightly higher than Wayzata schools in diversity. Now, if you want to learn more about my favorite city in the Twin Cities, which just so happens to be cheaper than both Eden Prairie and Plymouth, then you should watch this video next.